I just saw Logan's Run, and I liked the overall idea and loved certain scenes. But those certain scenes that I did love, I loved so much that I did come out really liking this one. So basically, there's this post-apocalyptic society where everyone lives in this perfect city and everyone is unbelievably gorgeous, and that is because once they reach 30, they are exterminated to make room for the next generation. Of course, like every dystopian society, there is a resistance, and an officer named Logan joins the resistance after having 4 years of his life taken away. Now, for the first 2/3 to 3/4 of this movie, I was enjoying it, but in a cheesy sci-fi B-movie kind of way. The acting was good, but not amazing. The dialogue was fine. The ideas were interesting, but not fascinating. The design of the city was standard, and some of the fighting was actually pretty silly. I did start to get more into it as Logan and Jessica got out of the city and tried to get outside. The mystery of what they would find kept my interest going for quite a while, and even had me assuming the ending credits were around the corner a few times. Right here, when they got outside, I thought it was going to end there on an ambiguous note. Again here, when they found the ruins of Washington, I thought they were going to start a new life and the credits would roll again, but the film kept going, and I'm so glad it did, because this 20-minute stretch is by far the best part of the movie. Once the old man shows up, I was completely hooked. This entire scene is just dialogue, and incredibly slow-moving dialogue, but it is the most compelling scene in the entire film. This actor is incredible. The character is written with so much depth and history, he feels so real. This is followed by hands down the best action scene in the film. Like I said, most of the action scenes were not well choreographed, but this one, I'm actually not sure they did choreograph because it looks so real. Like the actors legitimately just went at it. Once Logan and Jessica re-enter the city and the climax starts is when the film does start to lose me again. It does feel very rushed, and the explanation of the city crumbling doesn't make a whole ton of sense. Probably it's explained more in the book, but when the crowd does arrive outside and finds the old man, it did put a smile back on my face. So I'm in a bit of a conundrum. I think a better ending would have been the more ambiguous one, which didn't answer whether or not Logan and Jessica found Eden outside the city, but that would have erased these two amazing scenes. Without those scenes, I would say standard cheesy sci-fi picture, but with them, I say highly recommend. I think after I read the book, I'll have some more clear thoughts on it, but for now, watch it for the old man and the big fight. Thank you to all my fellow freaks for watching, and I'll see you next time with something else. See y'all later!